Jessica Simpson is singing again. New songs being released with her memoir, Open Book, and they are deeply personal.
People are really going to understand me, I think, for the first time. They're going to see everything that I have gone through and all the fear and the struggles that I did face and how I came through on the other side.
When you talk about yourself at 6 years old, and I could picture you at 6, and you talk about abuse, sexual abuse at the hands of a family friend, a young girl. I mean, how did you get through that?
At the time, I didn't really understand what was happening. I knew something was wrong. I knew it was wrong, what was going on. This was a very close person, and she was being abused. It happened throughout a long time in my life, and I was a preacher's daughter. Like, I was, you know, taught to be a virgin until I got married. And, you know, so I never wanted to share these, like, sexual things that were happening because I didn't want to hurt anybody.
You did finally tell your folks, and that took big-time guts.
It did.
I mean...
And my parents' reaction, they did the best that they could. You know, it's like, it's a heavy thing to hear from your child.
Did they kind of ignore it?
They ignored it with their words, for sure, but they took action, and I never had to do the sleepovers again, and I never had to go back.
I do the things I wanna do.
Singing was a constant in Jessica's childhood. She was good at it, and people noticed. But show business can be tough on a teenager.
You're young, you get signed for a record label.
And I have to lose weight.
And you have to lose 15 pounds.
I have to go on a crash diet.
So did you...
Quickly.
So what did you do? Did you take diet pills?
I took diet pills. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how much I was taking. It ended up being something I did for 20 years.
Jessica's body and her love life quickly became tabloid fodder.
When you saw Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees, did you look over and go, okay.
Oh, I said, Mom, that's the man I'm going to marry. Absolutely.
You knew.
I knew.
Yeah.
I was 19 years old, but I knew.
The couple married 3 years later when Jessica was 22.
My dad thought I was too young. He knew that life had a lot for me. He didn't want anything to hold me back. I was about to walk down the aisle. He's like, we don't have to do this. I'm like, Dad, what are you talking about? Like, we got to walk.
No, the added pressure was you guys decided as you were starting out your marriage to have like cameras in. You guys were one of the first big kind of reality shows.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Crazy. So
us and the Osbournes.
I know it's tuna, but it says chicken by the sea.
What caused the end of the marriage? Do you think it was the scrutiny, the cameras, everybody peeking in on your world, or did they just magnify what the problems already were?
I would watch episodes back, and I didn't like what I saw. I mean, I saw what people were laughing at and what was loving about it, but I also saw a lot of eye rolling. And that wasn't just editing. That happened on and off camera. I think that, like, our success together was beautiful, but our success separately was not as accepted.
Get the cover of Rolling Stone, and he's like, what about me? Like,
well, I mean, he was supposed to be on the cover with me, and they were like, no. I felt a lot of resentment. I felt that the love wasn't enough. I'm not a liar. I cannot stay in something and play a role. I've tried it many times in my life, and I just can't do it.
Both Jessica and Nick moved on, Jessica eventually finding love with retired NFL player Eric Johnson. They married in 2014 after their kids Maxwell and Ace were born. Life was good until it wasn't.
I knew that I wasn't present. I knew that something was off.
In May of 2017, Jessica appeared on Ellen.
And have you written a song yet, or are you just starting?
I have about, I probably have about 38, so maybe 36 or 39.
Fans wondered if she'd been drinking. She had.
I can't even watch the interview. Like, it's not
You won't
I
watch that one.
can't watch it.
Yeah.
It was a weak moment for me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in the right place. I had started a spiral and I couldn't catch up with myself. And that was with alcohol.
Jessica says she was drinking constantly. On Halloween of 2017, she started at 7 in the morning.
I looked at the pictures of y'all on Halloween, and I swear I would have said they had the best Halloween ever. Look at Jess. She's dressed up as Willie Nelson. The pictures look so cute on your Insta page.
Well, yeah, that's what those pictures were for.
Yeah. You described drinking out of a glitter cup.
I always had a glitter cup, and it was always filled to the rim with alcohol.
Wow. So on that day, you couldn't take care of your kids, and it was a big day for them.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't even tell you who got them ready. I was just dazed and confused, and I just wanted to go to sleep. I didn't take them trick-or-treating. I didn't show up for my family, you know. I took the picture and I made the world think that I showed up.
It was the wake-up call Jessica says she needed. The next day, she quit drinking and started working with a therapist.
I just realized that I had to surrender. I mean, I just want to continue on the path that I'm on. And at this point in my life, now I'm strong enough to deal with anything that comes my way because I don't have something to retreat to that will numb me from actually going through it.
She says she doesn't want to miss a moment. And these days, there are a lot of them. Jessica and Eric welcomed their third child, Birdie Mae Johnson, in March of last year.
Faith is a theme throughout your book, your life. It always seemed to me that you're the most peaceful when you're singing Amazing Grace.
Yes, yes.
Like there's something that happens to you. Can you sing me a tiny bit?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. It's about walking through fear and it being okay to be afraid. And the other side of fear is what's so beautiful. That's when you get the reward.